sponsored video! That's right, we finally have a sponsored video for the build. Oh, I'm sponsoring the video. So, what I mean by I am sponsoring this video is I have launched my website, ShaneWhalleyracing.com. So on the site, we have a couple different designs of shirts, hoodies, long sleeves, tees, and hats out there. So, you know, go check it out. We have ones like this DTFSU America shirt. No, not your style. What about this Reckless over Reckless shirt? That one's pretty nice. Or maybe you just want to get the Shane Whaley brand shirt right here. That's enough rambling about the website. Go check it out. Link down in the description. For now, let's get back to the build. So unfortunately, I did do that thing again where I start working on the car and totally forget to record the content. And I got the rear end finished. But I figured I'll go through and show you guys how I did it, how I attached the bumper and everything down here. So let's pull this trunk off and walk through it with you guys. Now I must admit, getting these taillights done first and getting this stuff mounted before I cut anything off was huge. It made everything line up so much better and so much nicer, and it was just so much easier overall to get it done just by having the taillights mounted first. So I'm going to show you how I actually attached the bumper to the quarters and to the taillights. So what I did first is, you can see I have these brackets just clecoed on, but there's angle aluminum on the riveted or screwed on right now with the rib nuts onto the quarter panel, and then there's another angle bracket on the bumper, and we did 2 of those on each piece, so 4 brackets total per side. So you see those, so you'll see those 4 there, and then we have the 4 over there on the other side as well. Now I already had 2 little holes here for zip tying this bumper up. So when it came to lining it up, basically I just zip tied these 2 sections up right here to the taillights, because the taillights are already mounted in place. I already had these holes here that I knew kind of lined up with the taillights, so that helped square all of this up back here. And then once I had all that in place, I just kind of taped the bumper up in place temporarily. The 1/8 inch holes are still in there. It's held in place with the clecos that we used in the last video right now, and that's just kind of holding everything in place and lining it all up. Now when it's all said and done, I will not be using clecos to actually hold this together. That was just temporary to get everything kind of aligned and fitted the way I wanted it. And I mean, honestly, if you look at it, the gaps are pretty good. Considering it's just a fiberglass quarter panel and it does need some work, I'm actually pretty impressed with how good the fitment is on these. The trunk lines up really well too. And for the actual final mounting of this, these 2 brackets are not going to be bolted together. They are actually just going to be zip tied together. So there's going to be like 1, 2, 3 zip ties here, and then 1, 2 zip ties there. And the point of that is so it can fall off if it needs to. If I hit something or catch something on this bumper, I would rather have the zip ties break and have the bumper just fall off than get caught on something, drag, you know, possibly damage the quarter panels if it wasn't going to damage the quarter panels. So there are points to zip tying bumpers on, so the brackets are just going to be zip tied together when it's all said and done. Now the only other things we need to add to the back of this still is we are going to put a bracket out to the quarter panel just to give it a little bit more rigidity so it doesn't flex as much. We do still need to build the rear crash bar, and that will actually add support to this here as well, and probably put the wing on there just because I really like this big son of a bitch. and I think it'll look good on this car. Personal taste, I like the big wings, but also having the stanchions come out here will give me some nice metal to mount the rear trunk pins on, and help me line that up a little bit easier as well. But I'm sorry I didn't record the whole process for you guys. I kind of just got caught in the moment. It started out with me just pulling this off and taking some measurements and getting these brackets cut, and then the next thing I knew I was already done doing it and lost track of time, didn't record anything. So that's what happened with that, but figured I'd give you guys a rundown. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. Just like I said, little rundown on how I did it. Hopefully you guys get some ideas off it. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll try to get around to answering them. For now, that's going to be it for this one. So like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow the build along. And click the link down in the description. Go check out the store. Check out the merch we have up there. You know, if you see something you like, pick it up. Everything's going back into the build and trying to get more equipment to make the channel better and grow. So really appreciate all your guys' support. I'll catch you guys later.